Hello everyone, welcome back to Workspace Wednesday. I have wanted to say that for a very long time, but lots of things have been happening in my life, and therefore I am now getting a chance to focus on the projects that are most important to me and that I'm most passionate about. So today we are going to be looking at landing pages and one-page websites and different tools and services that you can use, applications, some that you may already know of, that you can use to host, whether it is your portfolio, have a public portfolio that you can send to anyone. You can use them for your personal website. You can use them, of course, as a landing page for a product or a service that you are offering, for a newsletter that you want people to sign up for or to join a wait list. These are all of the marvelous sort of use cases for landing pages, and in particular one-page websites. And today I really wanted to focus on websites or applications rather that you may not have heard of before. So we are all familiar with websites like Squarespace. We're all familiar with Card. At least most of us may be familiar with Card, CARRD. We are familiar with WordPress and lots of other applications and tools that you can use for this purpose. But today I am focusing on ones that you may not have heard of before, and we're going to dive into each of them, have a look at things like pricing, have a look at the user interface, the user experience in each of these applications, and we're going to build some landing pages. So definitely stick around, like the video if you want to, and let's get started. The first application that I want to have a look at is this one right here, and it's called Pagy. And Pagy is, let's go to it right now in the sidebar. Pagy is a Notion-like website builder. It is a no-code website builder, and just off the bat you can kind of see, just looking at it, how clean and how just nice to look at the website is. Of course, this website was built with Pagy as well, and it's really a beautiful experience. I used to use Bloggy for my personal blog. They were both created by the same developer, and I think that he's just amazing at what he does, and I just want to support all of his projects. But I'm using Pagy for my own landing page to offer services such as Notion consulting. I'm still working it through. We're going to have a look at it when we dive in a bit deeper. But for now, let's see how you can go ahead and set up your own website or landing page from the start with Pagy. So we're going to click Get Started. And you see here that we have quite a few. Now you're seeing that it's loading. I do think that it's my internet. We had a power outage earlier today, so I feel like my internet may be a bit shoddy. So it's not Pagy. This usually loads extremely quickly. I do think it's my internet. Regardless, let's have a look. Off the bat, we can see lots of different templates, and these templates, I want to highlight, thankfully work like templates. If you have come from Squarespace, and I had my website on Squarespace before, it was great until the templates stopped working like templates, and that's a whole different story that I can get into. But each of these work like templates, meaning that I can click on any of these, and which is what I'm going to do now. So let's say, for example, I'm actually going to click on, I think I want to do blank. Before I do blank, let me show you how one of the previews are. So this is it, as you can see. This is sort of like a newsletter template, and you can subscribe, and it has a form inside of it. Right, so let's go back, but I want to start from scratch so you can see how much it is like an actual, how much it is like Notion, how much it's similar to building a Notion. So today I'm going to be doing a landing page for a philosophy book club. You may have heard of it before, Socratic Dialogues. But we're going to create this site, give it a name, create site, and we're going to start the trial. So we are met with a blank canvas, just like we are met with in Notion. And we can go ahead and add a header. As you can see, it's already added in here. We can click this icon to edit the title. And we can also choose an image. Let's go ahead and just add a section. And when you come to add a section, you have these different option lists that you can choose from. You can choose a hero, which is essentially that main high impact headline. You have a space for if you want to highlight different features. If you have a product or even for a newsletter, you can go with logos, testimonials. You can even have different pricing tiers on your website, an FAQ, and of course a footer. So for this website, I think I'm just going to go ahead with a hero that has a sign up form. So let's click this one. And as we can see here, we already have sort of the website starting up here. Let me just take you through the items on the left. So Pagy is now, you can now add multiple pages. This is a new feature. We requested it, and the developer, Hernan, he did it, and he did it very quickly, and it's amazing. But you can add multiple pages. So if you click pages, you can click add, and then it's going to come up for you. But I'm going to keep this as a one-page site. You can change up the design here. We can change the font, and we can do lots of things here in terms of just changing up how the aesthetic and the overall look of the website. But it's not going too crazy, right? So it's just the right amount, at least I found personally, it's just the right amount of flexibility for you to make your changes and make this website your own, but it's not giving you a whole bunch of things where you get distracted and you spend a large period of time, right? You can change the size of the headings, all of the different headings. I'm going to keep it at medium and click save. And of course the colors you can change as well. I pretty much sure that I saved that. You can edit the code inside of Pagy, but we are doing no code things here today. This is where all of your signups for any submissions that go into this block here from your page. This is where all the emails will be. And then you have settings. You can add a custom domain. You can see how many days you have left on your free trial. And of course, you can delete this site. You can also add an icon for your web page. Let's go in now and just kind of customize this page a bit more and get things going. So another way, I wanted to show you that Pagy supports / commands, just like inside of Notion. So if I go ahead and click my /, I see this menu of different elements that I can add to my page. So I can add just basic text. I can add different heading sizes, right? And of course, you can add images, videos. You can add a button, sign up forms. stacks, which is adding elements in line with each other. You can add a card, which is sort of like a call out inside of Notion. So if I put here, let's say weekly meetings, and I can go ahead, you will see this sort of edit lever or edit levers here. And if I go to theme, I can change the look of this card or this block. You can leave it tinted, which is like a light gray. Let's say I wanted to have it as inverted. I'm going to delete these. So to delete them, of course, I can just backspace, just like in Notion, or I can just come and remove that block. So very nice, very beautiful. Of course, we have a text menu as well to edit the text. I can bold this, I can have it italics, lots of things that you can do here. So you can put dates. The next thing that I want to show you and how this is like Notion as well is adjusting the size of your blocks that you add to the page. So I can come up here and adjust. Let's say I want this a bit narrower. I can bring that in, and I can also do the same here. And if I wanted to, let's say I want to add another block. Let's say I want this to be an image. Right, it's gonna allow me to add an image. Do I know what image that I want? Let's say I want to add this image of myself, and I can add this to the side. So as you can see here, there you can move around blocks just like inside of Notion, which is beautiful, which is great. I do want to just bring this out and make sure that it's lining up with the rest of the page, just my mild perfectionist tendencies. But anyways, let's say I want to delete this, leave that, make this more full width, and I can always add the image here. And I do think that I had an image like a Socrates type of thing. Okay, let's see if this will drag in. Okay, so I may have to upload this from here, and 10. All right, so I've added this image in. I actually did not know that you can add an image inside of a card, so that little mistake taught me that, which is great. But yes, so my image is uploading, and this is essentially how you can build up your page. You can add a section underneath here as well. Let's say you want to add some features for your book club. You can go ahead here, and you can also, of course, adjust the size of this, you can adjust the height so it's very small, and you can continue on adjusting. But the way that you adjust is you can either click this 3-dot menu to duplicate or remove, and of course you can figure out your alignment for the columns, and then the 6-dot menu here is just like in Notion, how you can move things, grab things and move things around. So spent a good bit of time just kind of walking you through Pagy, but let's say that this is exactly what I want. So I'm going to put join us here. An amazing club. Great. So let's see, I'm ready to publish this. I'm going to click publish changes. And then I can actually click on this, and this is my website, my one-page site that is now here and on the web for anybody to use this link, socraticdialogues.pagy.co, and you can come, you can enter your email. So let's enter my email. Get started. You're going to see this thank you for signing up, and then if you come back here and go to signups, you'll see the email here. Beautiful. So that is how you can go ahead and build your website in Pagy. I am going to show you right now the website that I am working on inside of Pagy. So I'm going to, well, I'll show you both of them that I built. So this one is for a community that I am working on right now. As you can see, there is a header and a bit of a byline. Different parts, or the main sort of tenets of the community, some about, and then a sign up form to this community. So I built this in Pagy. It took me such a short period of time, under an hour, and I was finished building it. And the other is my business sort of landing page, where I am still working through a lot of the copy and stuff, but this is what I have so far. So I built this as well inside of Pagy. Amazing. I love how clean. I love that I can add, you know, my own fonts. I really love it. This was a cool little thing. So this block here is actually a Canva presentation, or a Canva pitch deck that I embedded into the Pagy page. Very easy to do. I'll show you how to do that. Hopefully I remember when we get across to Canva. But that's it for now. In terms of Pagy, I would give it 10 out of 10 just because of how seamless and easy it is to use. It's intuitive, and it's just beautifully built. So definitely check out Pagy if you want to build a website like this. Let's move along now to the next one is Canva. Did you know that you can build a website inside of Canva? I did not know that at all. So this is the one that I was kind of playing around with before I started recording the video, but there's a little button right here that says websites. You can build a one-page website on Canva. So if we click website and let's say portfolio website, this is going to create a blank one. So I want to go with a template, right? So let's go with this one here. So I went to websites, and now I am greeted with this page. So as you can see, you can choose from multiple different templates here. But all this is really is a bunch of different like Canva pages or slides that they have the same background, and they're pretty much just aligned together. And you are going to be able to publish this as a website. So that's how you can make it. Let me go to the Socratic Dialogues one that I created for this very purpose. And this is where we are at. So what I did, I'm going to edit the design here, hide this bar, close this up. So this is sort of the entire website, and I really like this because of how you can have different backgrounds for the different sections, background colors. I like that, especially with this example. But you're probably wondering, how am I going to add links to this, right? Because it's a website, you're supposed to be able to click around and be able to guide the user or the person that's on using the website to different places. So these sort of headings are pretty much just, if I duplicate this, I can just move this around and give it another title called contact. And just like you're editing usually inside of Canva, you can bold, and boom, all of a sudden I have a menu, which was so easy to create. I have the title, and you add a link by just double tapping, highlighting the word and clicking link. And you can link to actual other Canva files that you have in your account. You can link to different pages in this document. So let's say I want to have this as contact, right? What I would do, you should rename this page. So if I click on the notes part, you'll see page 6, and if I put this as contact, I mean, it does say contact us, right? That way we can easily see here that it is linked to the contact page, right? They automatically come underlined, but you can undo that. And when I show you the preview and when I publish the website, you will see that it's going to click and it's going to scroll down all the way here to contact us, which is very nice. I mean, think about the possibilities with something like this. The book consultation. So this is just it's a button, but it's actually just an element here inside of Canva that is in this shape. So lots of possibilities here. Very, very easy. This is also a link. I think I linked it to the Pagy page, which is great. So that's wonderful. And it's pretty straightforward. You can edit any of these. You can add your own images, of course, edit testimonials and other elements on the page. But once you're finished, you can, of course, preview it. And it's going to give you a nice little preview. You can do without navigation or with navigation, which is going to show you your headings here. So any page inside of the Canva document that you give a name to is going to come up here in the navigation bar. If you don't give it a name, it's not going to come up there, but you can choose to hide that navigation bar itself. You can look at it on mobile to see how responsive it is. And then we can publish this website. So now that it is published, we will see that we have our link right here. Socratic Daya. .my.canva.site. We should be able to edit that in some way. Let me just move myself. Use my existing free domain. Continue. Okay, I can edit it up here. Okay, so let me try Socratic Dialogues and preview. Oh no, it seems like you can't edit that. This is like a sub page. Browser tab preview. Okay, seems like we have to go with this domain. So make sure that it may be, I wonder if it's based on the actual name of the site. Anyways, let's continue. Rightio. So here we are. You can enable password protection, and you can add a description as well. I'm not sure how well this is with SEO, but there's a website that I found, which is how I knew that you could build websites in Canva in the first place, and it's a beautiful website. So this is the link. Let's view our website, and here you are. You can see, and if I click here, I'm gonna be linked. I'm gonna be brought to the Pagy page that we just built. which is great. If I click about, it's going to bring me here. Now, the only thing, if you choose not to add the navigation bar at the top, you're going to have to be scrolling back up, right? The user is going to have to be scrolling back up to each part. If you do place the navigation at the top, so let's edit the design. Let's go to publish website. Let's do with navigation. All right, and continue and publish. Then you're going to see that you can use that navigation bar to get back to the top of the page, essentially. So let's view the website. So let's go to contact, which is at the bottom, and you can see this is a navigation bar. This is how it's going to look to anyone that visits your Canva website. And but you can easily kind of move back around from here. So that is Canva. That's how you can build your, let me move myself back across here. That is Canva. That's how you can build your website and move things along inside of Canva. All right, let's quickly go through Notion as a landing page. So here we are in my personal Notion area. We're going to create a new page and we're going to name it, you guessed it, Socratic Dialogues. And then so just some basics. Let's say we want to add this, an icon to our page. Let's add a cover. Let's see, I don't want anything too fancy. I know they have some nice sort of Greek looking images here. I'm not going to go with this one because, well, there's a reason why I'm not going with that one. I know from experience. Okay, I'm going to go with this one. Right? It's like people, they made these people look like they're talking, having a dialogue. Anyways, moving along. So Notion as your landing page. There are a few points that I want to get across, and I'm going to get them across now. Ensure that whoever's on your page isn't scrolling up and down, up and down, up and down all the time. And to do that, you want to make sure that, one, you have a menu bar. The menu bar that I like to use is with a quote block. And then you can go ahead and put, let's do like a heading 1, join us. Let's do another heading 1, about. Let's do another heading 1, which will be contact. Right. And of course, with Notion, you can go ahead and add things, make things as columns. There's so much, lots of fun text here about our book club. There's so many things that you can do, but you want to make sure that people can navigate across your page without scrolling up and down. If it is a page that has a lot of sections. If it's not, then you don't need to have a menu bar or a navigation bar. But to add one, you simply go, I like to add like a little dot, like this little dot here as a separator. And contact, and very easy to link these. So you're going to click on the block, then copy link to block, highlight where you want it to jump to, and paste. You can change the color of this, of course, but I'm keeping things simple. About, and contact. Here we are. Right, so let's see, I duplicate this a bunch. We are a fun group who loves to talk, love to talk about philosophy and other fun topics. This sounds terrible, guys, but I'm just trying to get some text on here. Email us here. Right, so just so that there's like some scrollability so that you can see what I'm talking about. And I don't even think I really have it. Right, so we're at the top of the page here, and we can easily go to contact, and we can easily go to about. You can also add just at the bottom here, sort of like a top, back to top section here, and you can put a little arrow so that people know what they're doing. Back to top, and you can simply do this whole thing, and you can actually link it to the menu bar. So copy link to the menu bar, and you can paste that here, and that's going to bring them back to the top of the page. So just navigation, but otherwise you can go crazy. I mean, you can add your call out blocks. I love adding call out blocks to pages inside of Notion, but I digress with designing the actual page. Let's go to our sharing. So I'm going to share this. You're going to click the share button, top right, publish, and you're going to see publish to web. You don't want people to duplicate this as a template because it's a landing page. You want SEO, search engine indexing, and you may or may not want comments. You don't want editing, right? So this is the link that people are going to be able to use to look at your website. So if I click view website, this is what people are going to see, right? So here, this is the website. Now, the actual URL is renityfu.notion.site/Socratic dialogues, right? Well, this whole thing here, this actually is the URL. But let's say that you want this to be your Notion homepage, right? You want this to be your Notion homepage. A lot of the times I see people sort of not navigating to this area and not configuring this. So go to settings and members, go to settings, and you can add your domain name, which I can easily change to Socratic Dialogues if this is, let's say, an account for the bookshop or for the book club. And you want to go to public homepage and ensure that your page lines up with the public homepage. So right now, my public homepage goes to a portfolio website, which I'm going to show you now. So just this alone, renityfu.notion.site, goes to this portfolio page. But let's say I want to remove that. I'm going to click clear. I'm going to search for Socratic Dialogues because that's what I want it to be. So if people just put in renityfu.notion.site without any of the other stuff, without having to go back to that link, and if I copy this now, I did not click update. Okay, so you update, and now if I refresh, bloop, we are at Socratic Dialogues. So that is how easy it is. Of course, Command-Shift-L to go to light mode, and that's how easy it is to build your website inside of Notion and to share it with anyone. So we are back here. Zyro is the last one. I have not actually played around inside of Zyro. I was going to do that on camera with you guys, but this video is almost 40 minutes long, and I don't think anybody wants to sit through a 40-minute long video on landing pages. So I'm going to write a blog post or some other medium of Zyro, and I will get that to you guys via the YouTube community tab. But for now, that is it. I hope you have some ideas about what you can now use to build your website instead of the more commonly known landing pages. All right. So let me know if you use any of them in the comments, and I will see you guys next week, Wednesday.